Georgia.
Hiya, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. So today we're going to be talking about suitability reports and our templates.
Yes, definitely. I'm quite looking forward to it.
Oh, good. So typically, what do you think should be included in a suitability report?
So I think when we've created our templates, we tend to try and focus on like three things.
Mm,
So it's the objectives of the client, the advice, obviously, and why it's suitable, and then the possible disadvantages for the client, such as their risk warnings and stuff.
okay. And so then what do you think we should avoid putting in our reports?
So I think it's really important to avoid including information the client already has or already knows. So for example, like regurgitating their fact finds or kind of their client agreements.
Mm,
Because I think the thing is, and with the FCA talking about consumer duty and stuff, they kind of said so many reports are so long that, and they've seen reports that are shorter, that it can sometimes be that information kind of gets lost because there's
yeah,
so much included that, the clients know how much they earn a month, the clients know what their expenditure is. And kind of regurgitating things and repeating things can sometimes mean the client kind of can't
box
focus
down.
on, yeah, exactly, and the client doesn't then focus on what the advice is and stuff.
So I know this is like how long is a piece of string, but how long would you say a report should be?
I think from reading about consumer duty and stuff, the FCA tend to say 10 to 12 pages is a good length. And I know, from a personal perspective, if I got
Mm,
given a document that was 30 pages, I'm probably not going to read every single page. I'd kind of have a flick, and then
yeah,
obviously things can be missed and stuff.
yeah.
So I think just keeping it to the point and concise and client friendly really is the most important thing.
What do you think about as well generic text and stuff that's included in every single company's report?
Well, it's like templated
Yeah,
wording.
templated bits.
Yeah, I think it has its place. I think it has its place in terms of like some of the regulatory information that should be
Mm,
included. But obviously, a report is personal to a client, and it can be really important sometimes to, show the client that you haven't just inserted their name in
yeah.
here, here, and here. And what you've actually done is you've focused exactly on what your conversations really were and
Mm,
how that meeting went.
yeah. And how do you then translate from the advisor the information that they give you about their client and put it into the report? How do you make it
What
personal
do
to the
you
client?
I think it's about looking at, so normally we get an advisor to provide us with kind of a previous report that they've done for
Mm,
a different client.
yeah,
And it's about learning how the advisor words things, what their conversation
language.
style is and stuff. Yeah, the language that they use, so that we're not overcomplicating things and saying things in a different way that it was perhaps described to the client in the
Mm,
meeting. Um, so I'd say that's how we try and do that.
okay. And how do we make them engaging for the client to read?
So one of the exciting things that we've started, creating templates for is
Mm,
PowerPoints, which I think is really, I would find more engaging if I was a client
yeah.
because it's more interactive, isn't it? It's not just, here's a load of paper, read through it. It's kind of like, let's have a look through this, and then you can go to a different section and kind of go back. And it's about using client friendly language, not making things too complicated, and just making sure that they can understand exactly what's written so that then it doesn't become a sea of words.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I think that's all the questions I've got for you now, but we'll chat again soon.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thanks. Bye.